every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry. It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again. You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain.
Well, in a few moments.
Right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again. Right, won't be long now till the signal starts coming through from the station. Stay on your toes. All the bigwigs are in tonight because of the election, so we better not make any mistakes. When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. It's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good. Next is going to be the throw to the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chap. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Meghan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic...
Right, button 2 in 3, 2, 1, Lovely, mate. Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes. Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now. Lovely, mate.
First, the votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing, or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
To hear the co-leader's acceptance.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
I thought I'd ask you about salad. With this
Personally, I wouldn't try to
exquisite
confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you.
I thought that was our little secret.
It's all right, he doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Love you too.
Yeah.
Week by week, and very soon
Wicked.
you'll have a
Made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multi-cam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long, 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much for...
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first,
Get
off,
ready to go to
Christmas
Megan on
reporter
screen
Megan
4.
Wolf is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to the
go to
Shop
Blunderclatch
Box
on screen 3 when she says his
joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among
Switch to
the
2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Wrap, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's
He's
reaction.
a wonderful chap. He really
Lovely.
is.
Now back to
I've
Thunder
worked
Twat.
with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but Honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
Oh, that is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire, the little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult.
Been on that shot a bit long.
I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
Sorry, I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week
Right,
around
they've
the
swapped
country.
the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Cool, looks like Blunderclash is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think I
Now we're going to push the frequency back by dragging left.
Nolans, we mustn't. Think of Carol.
Jubbly, mate. Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
Do you remember? I only had to listen to you.
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
No, it's all too late.
Look at this!
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This is the key.
We can stop it all.
Bloody perfect, mate.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in. Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the space bar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you've got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now.
This is a crazy
As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, Hold it down.
Deal and a deal. We got those shares. You want crazy? We got crazy. Crazy Neil's got crazy deals.
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
We got it. You want it. You pay us. You want it. We got it. You want it. You want it. We got it.
3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Shall I
Get ready
start?
to bleed.
Go for it, Pat.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day!
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people,
Nice.
you saw right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put.
Nailed it.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party's what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a
Back to
party.
who's talking.
You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort. Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide.
Perfect.
And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going
Remember
to
the
pay
10
back.
second rule.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It
Nice.
ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Perfect.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Same old boring politics then.
Is this some weird fever dream? Am I dying now or something?
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
You're not coming for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Ended up filleting Satan for the salty crumbs. It's happening here. It's happening now. And it's all happening right in front of you. I'm Alan James.
Alan James is one of the country's most controversial columnists and speakers.
And they're going to take your poor sweet grandma, and you're never going to see those drivelling dentures again. Oh, grandma, look at their faces. That's not what cows look like.
You call it the stock market. I call it the stuck market. Because it's just another pole they've stuck up our collective...
I don't care if he was once your nephew, Cameron. He's standing in the way of the truth!
Now, Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, is coming to your city.
I'm Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, the gospel according to Alan James, and the Alan James shall set you free. And now I'm bringing my message directly to you. With my new nationwide tour, Alan James is Right, in front of you.
Alan James.
I'm Alan James.
Alan James.
Alan James is right.
Alan James.
I'm Alan James.
Coming to a city near you. Check local press for dates and times.
When the programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page. Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show. You've got a graph there showing you what the audience did. They're a fickle fucking bunch. And of course you can really drill into the details if you want to get better at making TV. I never came here, never once. Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares, you're a cleaner for God's sake, so why would you care? This is the last page and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks. Alright mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
In a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of the quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear physicists take on 4 old ladies from East Grinching. That's followed at 8 p.m. by award-winning documentary series The Shape of Now, which tonight looks at the history of the knee-length sock and its importance during the Great Blackouts of 1871. Not one to miss. At 9 p.m, sit back and relax with multiple award-winning movie The Freedom of Being Colin, taking us all the way up to 11:15, where, as usual, Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be grilling his guests in Incisors, and tonight sees a return for leading economist Katie Brightman. Finally, at midnight, it's the National Weather Report, before we say good night until tomorrow. But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson for the National Nightly News.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those. Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go, and when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
Oh, but this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
Oh, no. I think they think he won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day. He's not an...
Absolute bonehead. I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agreed to do one beastly interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin, bloody ice, Rob. Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody.
Set up and get on with it, so I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they? Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the Vision Mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the Vision Mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches zero. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
and we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
One of those. My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical freethinker. With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic and unfavourable rumblings already heard from overseas, I'll be asking my guess whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto promises. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington's appointment is a risk for the giant mega corporation. Sophia, as our regular viewers will be aware, has always been a wild child and has been romantically linked to several movie stars and sports personalities. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash, intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Svalsborg-Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's Taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flood technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too much. I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner. And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight, are we using an Advance-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that and mega more for the group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News. In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised, but what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, who will be laughing then?
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them, then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it for you.
Right from the pores to give you the crisp, brittle skin you've come to expect.
Absolutely fucking fine, I tell you. How's it going? Actually, fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later. Bye.
I've said a bit of word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody.
If that sticks, I'll destroy you.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem.
Greg.
We need more support from ministers. Helen, what are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I am sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimp's escaped. Delia? Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Back you go. Back in your gimp space.
And
Off you go.
whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, I am not having this again.
Mummy said get back in your gimp space. No! Naughty! You beast, Clive! You
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary and menacing a swan. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Hey! Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Hey! Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
OK, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony! Hey! I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
It's open!
I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. There's Big Chris,
Oi, oi.
Little Chris,
Oi, oi.
and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
Open!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this?
It's open!
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh.
Titwank.
Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
It's It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
For the little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, let's believe that.
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody. That was
mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision Mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't know, you won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip, when the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I've got a bit.
Christmas elephant, we've got all the seasonal animals. Crazy news.
Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be?
This is on you. 10 seconds, everybody. We're going to open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're over.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest.
I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle believed
I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
and teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
Yeah. That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like, maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grants?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, mainly. But
we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh, heavens no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist! Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team.
Yeah.
And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice. Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel lads. I'm a mother-loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum, and for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your
thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant!
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Friendship!
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
To every single one of you's a bit.
Alex Winston, it's Bozeman here, your boss. It's come to my attention that you've replaced Dave in the control room, and your performance so far has been mostly adequate. However, I'll need to observe myself to check you're up to snuff, and to that end you'll now be mixing an old recorded broadcast to ensure you can do the job to my satisfaction. Don't worry, other than the odd tear and jump in the footage due to age, it shouldn't require you to deal with anything new, though do keep an eye on the censor. They had stricter sensibilities in those days. And of course, don't forget to load the adverts. Bozeman out.
Instance of an Afterlife in a discussion program with the Right Reverend David
This is an absolute nightmare.
Cameras are set. Dr. Edith Blimey.
Who's going to tell Graham?
I don't know.
Can we even continue?
Well, you'll have to think of something. We'll go live in 10 seconds.
All right. I'll keep looking for someone. I guess we'll just have to wing it until then.
Can you count us in?
Oh, sure. Going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the capital, it's the St Fanny's Hospital's TV fundraiser for dying children. And please welcome your host. It's the Dreamboat, Graham Bannon.
Hello, it only is. Hello, it's Mr. Bannon. Got one of them. Got one of them. Good night. If you won't be my lady, then at least have my babies. No, don't give me a maybe, no. I know what women are like. Do you know what? I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to be... Sorry, stop the music. I mean, yeah, I know I'm supposed to be starting the show, but I can't help but notice it. I mean, where's the audience? I mean, who are you? I mean, this is an absolute nightmare, isn't it really? I mean, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first annual St Fanny's Hospital's TV fundraiser for dying children. I'm your host, Graham Bannon, and it is an absolute pleasure to be here. We are here tonight, as we may be aware, for one very important cause, and that is, of course, little Sally Button. Little Sally Button has a life-threatening condition, and she will die tonight, unless we can raise enough funds to cure her of her studio hyper... I should learn that. Studio hypo... poo. I don't know how to say that word, but what I do know is it's a long word and a bad disease. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to raise 20 grand tonight, and we can't do it without your help. And how can I help? You're screaming at home. Well, don't scream, and I'll tell you. We're taking donations starting right now. But let's beat feet and head over to the blowers. The phones, not the girls. ladies.
Good evening, Graham.
Tell you something, ladies, those are some classy chassis, if you don't mind me saying so. All right. So girls, would one of you kitty cats please let the viewers at home know exactly why you're here this evening?
Yes, us kitty cats will be taking calls from across the country to raise money for this little girl. If you would like to donate, no matter how large or small, please ring now.
I'll tell you, I'll be giving you a ring later. An engagement ring if you play your cards right. Now that was a zinger. If I do a zinger, play the sound. Yeah, that's it. I'll check in with you later. It's time to have a look at how much money we're starting off with tonight. Using state-of-the-art technology that we can track up to the second exactly how much money has been raised from your donations. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at how much we're starting off with tonight. Okay, looks like we're not starting off with any money tonight. It's a bit strange. I'm surprised they didn't put something in, just to show, really, but perhaps it's a little unclear of how you donate still. How about I cut the gas and show you what's what, Daddy-O's? Give me the thing. Okay, so I'll pretend to be you at home. This is role play. You really can do this in real life from your sofa or couch. It's ringing, so hello, who am I speaking to, please?
Hello, you're speaking to Barbara at the phone desk.
Hello, Barbara at the phone desk. You have a beautiful voice. Okay. I'd like to donate a tenner, please.
I'm finding it hard to hear you. Your phone doesn't actually work. You're going to have to be louder.
I'd like to donate a tenner, please.
Thank you, sir. What a generous donation. May I ask who's calling?
You don't have to do that, do you? You know who's calling, don't you? It's Graham Bannon.
And how do you spell Bannon?
Don't say that. People would know how to say my name. There we go. And so if I'm correct, there should be 10 on it now. Look at that. Technology at its finest. 10 on it now. So only 19,990 remaining, which should be a Bannon breeze. That was a zinger. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a rundown of the jam-packed acts we have lined up for you on this jam-packed lineup on this jam-packed evening. Who wrote that? Too many things packed in jam. Starting off tonight, we have the incredible Rajan Rishik. Following that, we have an amazing acrobat who will do jumps all over the stage and stuff. And then finally, we'll have the Lovely Legs contest to end Act 1, which I'm rather looking forward to myself, ladies. Then, starting Act 2, we're going to have a magician who will do all magic and that. Then we're going to have a fire-breathing man who will be breathing fire. And then ending Act 2, we're going to have a daredevil who will dive into a bucket of water. All right. Then going into Act 3, we're going to have the unicyclist act. Then following that, the strongest man in the world, the strong man. And then finally, the grand finale. Now, for the grand finale, we asked little Sally Button what she wanted more than anything else in the world. And she had a very simple reply. I'd like a dancing chimpanzee, please, Graham. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have managed to source a dancing chimpanzee for the finale of this show. How does that sound? There's no one here, is there? Okay, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our first act of the evening. He's come all the way from this event. And let's just say he might have brought a little friend along with him. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage is the incredible Rajan Rishik. As I said, it is Rajan Rishik. To the stage. I mean, this is a nightmare. I mean, what is going on? I mean, this isn't working, is it? I mean, is there anyone around here who knows that you? Come here. What is going on? Do you know what I'm saying at all? Why is he here? You, come here. This is unbelievable.
Hello, Mr. Bannon.
Hello, yes, come here. Are you the producer, are you?
No, I'm nobody, me. I just help the fellas unload the cameras
Right,
from the
fantastic, great story. Do you know where the producer is?
Well, that's the problem.
Get on with it, come on.
Well, it turns out, you know, the roads around the capital are shut down because...
Yeah.
Well, it turns out the producer, the director, most of the acts and also all of the audience are on the same bus heading in, and now they're stuck somewhere near Jamstable.
Are you seriously telling me there's no one else around here who can sort this mess out?
He's pretty good at organising.
No, well, no, obviously not. That's not going to work, is it? Look, you're the producer now. Well done, that's great, big promotion for you. Now, what you need to do is go away and find me a version of all the acts I've just promised the people at home.
That's not really my thing, Governor.
Well, do you know what? It is your thing now, Governor, right? Or a child drops down dead. So off you go do that, quick, smart.
All right, you can count on me.
Okay, very good. Go away. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the first act of the evening. He's come all the way... I've read that. Don't repeat the same stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, they're not here, are they?
No, they are here.
Well, why didn't they come out the first? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Raj and Rishik. Where's the breaking?
Hello everyone, my name is Raj. And you might be asking, where is Rishik? So here he is. What's your name, Rishik? And what do you do? I am working in banking. That's interesting. No, it isn't. Okay, you have anything else to say? No? Thank you for your honesty.
Have you finished?
Am I finished? Yes, I'm finished.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Raj and Rishik, play the sound for applause. We don't have anyone here. Okay. Well, fantastic, I think. So well done, Raj. So I know a little birdie told me you travelled in all the way from just for this event.
No, we cycled here. Rishik was cycling and I was sitting in the basket.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, now they laugh. Yeah, now they laugh. Great joke, great joke. So is he a good cyclist, is he, Rishik?
Why are you asking me? You can ask him.
I'll ask him. Okay, that's setting something up. Okay, Rishik, are you a good cyclist, mate?
Why are you talking to him? He's only puppet.
Don't set a joke up with that if you're not going to follow it through. That ruins it, doesn't it?
You farted. Graham farted.
I didn't fart. I didn't fart. He made the sound out of his mouth. He made the... Stop doing that. Okay? Yes, you should be disappointed. Get off the stage. What a load of crap. We've had two. I didn't fart.
No, Acrobat's not here.
Great.
But I've got an alternative.
Okay.
His name's James.
Sounds good.
He's not an acrobat.
Sounds good to me. Bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's going to happen now, but please welcome to the stage, it's the incredible. It is James. Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
I was just walking past the theatre when that guy came up to me and said, hello, we've got the perfect job for you. All you have to do is stand on stage, we'll pay you. Something like that.
Tell you what, I'll level with you here, James. We were expecting an acrobatic act now.
Oh, right. Damn.
Yes, damn indeed, damn indeed. Tell me, James, can you do acrobatics by any chance?
No, I can't, no. I haven't since school.
That'll be fine. You remember a lot from school. Ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure, this acrobat James will now perform for you a series of double backflips.
There's no way I can do that.
Oh, well, do some cartwheels.
I'm not going to do any cartwheels.
Then here's a job for you instead. Sweeping up the corpse of a dead girl. Start the music, please. Come on. And that's the act. Absolutely marvellous. Sort this out. Where is it? Sort that out. Absolutely marvellous. Well done there. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of James in the future. Good job there. Well done. That really worked out well. Worked out a treat. Yes, get off the stage. We've had two absolutely marvellous acts this evening, so I think it's time to have a look at what impact that's made on the old fundraiser. So, drum roll, please. Okay, looks like we still haven't made any money at all. That's a bit surprising. Perhaps I'll check in with the bombshells to find out exactly what's going on. What are you doing there? Get out, sling your hook. Go on, go. You're upsetting the girls. Ladies. I was expecting a little money in the old pot by now, ladies. Have the callers not been particularly generous so far?
We haven't had any callers so far.
Are you serious? How dare you? How dare you? A child is quite literally dying somewhere out there, and you're too lazy to get up off your asses, go over to those phones we have, turn the dials, and pledge money to save her life. You greedy bastards.
Sorry, Graham. Just found out the phone lines haven't been connected yet.
All right.
Yeah, Young forgot to do it.
Who's Young? Oh, that idiot, right.
Come on, Young. Got just a job for you. I'll give him an hand. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I can offer only my greatest apologies. My outburst just now was directed at you, when it should, of course, have been directed at Young. Please accept those apologies. Now it's time for the Lovely Legs contest. What better way to end tonight's programme, the first part of tonight's programme, than with a display of beauty and talent?
I don't want to talk to him, you ask him.
So for your viewing pleasure, these 10 out of 10s will be modelling the latest in fashionable swimwear.
Graham?
Not now, love. I'm speaking to camera.
Graham, Donna's not here.
So what?
Well, we need 4 of us for the routine, so let's...
We'll do the routine with 3 of you.
I'll do it with 3.
Well... Does anyone else around here know it?
Well, he was watching us rehearse earlier.
Oh, was he? That's very interesting. Little pervert. Tell you what, slap a costume on and stick him at the back. That'll teach him. He doesn't know what's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was told...
Phones are fixed.
Great, sit there and take calls. When I was told that I'd be judging the best legs out of a group of young, attractive women, I said, where do I sign? Well, I did sign, and that time is now. The time to look at women and judge them. Ladies and gentlemen, the first lovely lady to the stage is Barbara. Now, Barbara plays for the local women's amateur football team, so she can quite often be seen getting down and dirty of a Sunday lunchtime. I think it's fair to say this girl has seen more than her fair share of tackles. Linda's up next. Linda is an avid gardener, and she can quite often be seen on a balmy summer's evening, tending to her petunias and trimming a bush. Deborah's up next. Deborah's a socialite, and Deborah likes nothing more than a nice night in the pub with the girls, gluggity glug glug glug. But I'll tell you, forget the pub. Nice legs, love. What time do they open? It's just a bit of fun. And then finally we have Donna. I mean Young, who's taking over for Donna. Now Oh dear. Yeah, that's really unpleasant, that, isn't it? I wish I hadn't suggested it now. He hasn't shaved. I mean, he knows the routine, but doesn't look very good, does it? Oh, Christ. Okay, Donna, I mean, Young is quite... I mean, this is appalling, isn't it? Can we do this? I think we have to stop the music, actually. I don't think I can let this go on, to be honest. It's quite unpleasant. Why is he still doing that? Stop him dancing!
Yeah.
I'm angry now. He's made all of you look bad, hasn't he? Look at him. He's pleased with himself, it looks like to me. He makes all of you look bad when he's standing there looking like that, doesn't he? Absolutely pointless. I'll tell you what else. It's pointless anyway, because obviously Deborah's got the best legs. Knew that going in. Do you know what? Just take him off the stage. I'm angry. I'll tell you, if there was an audience, they'd be a-booing you, Young. They'd be a-booing. And that seems to me like the perfect place to end Act 1 on a bit of a high. So I'll tell you what, why don't you grab a drink, sit back, enjoy the adverts, and we'll see you after this. What are you doing?
I am setting up for the Act 2.
I haven't finished talking. After the adverts, we'll see you back then.
Okay, 1 minute back.
Just do exactly what I
What a
do
glorious
and
day.
wait for the big
country
fat
at its
check to come in.
finest.
I hear that.
Beating sun, wonderful fresh air, and Graham Bannon. Why, look, folks, it's television's Graham Bannon, and he's taking the brand new Mega MK7 convertible out for a spin. How's the ride, Graham? Onlookers can't look away, but it's not because of the brand new Mega MK7 convertible. It's because of Graham's pearly whites. You see, Graham Bannon brushes with Whitey's dental cream, which makes his
Already very white teeth.
even whiter. Now, some of you may not have heard of dental cream. Why, you may think it's something you put into an ice cream float. But you'd be wrong. Dental cream is the smart alternative to regular toothpaste. For those who prefer
Alright,
their
just-
mouths not to
just add
stink
100,
like a
that'll kick it
donkey's.
off. That's my wage, but
So what are you waiting?
poor little girl, she deserves better than this. Right, thank you. We're back in 10.
Places, everybody. And we're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the St Fanny's Hospital's TV fundraiser for dying children. Here's Graham Bannon.
But not in time with the hit tune.
What is going on? What is going on? I told him to clear these boxes up. It looks a mess, doesn't it? We all end up looking like idiots. Don't wait. My talents are wasted here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the St Fanny's Hospital's annual TV fundraiser for dying children. It's nice to be back. As a reminder, little Sally Button is still dying, but with your donations, she may yet live. Let's have a little look about how much money has been raised while the adverts have been playing. That's brilliant. We've made 100 girls. That's amazing.
Yes, very good.
And who do we have to thank for these donations?
One very generous donor, actually.
Fantastic. Well, tell me their names so I can thank them live on national television.
I don't actually know his name.
It's annoying. Thought we told you to take the names when you answer the phones.
It wasn't over the phone. It was him, the guy, the new producer. He gave them money.
Right. So we haven't had any calls. The phones still aren't working.
No, the phones are working. And we have had a few calls, but none of them wanted to donate. It was mainly complaints against you.
What do you mean complaints against me?
Well, I think people think that you're a bit rude.
Fudge on! Sorry for that swear. Will you censor that if you want? A bit rude? People think I'm a bit rude. I played that! After all I've done and continue to do, people think I'm like this has blown my mind. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, magic has always been rude. I'll give them rude. Here's the magic act. Nightmare.
Hello everyone, I am the magician, the great Bamboozle. For the third magic trick, I will need two beautiful ladies assistant. And I will also need a volunteer from the audience. Oh, no one is here.
Yeah, I know it's stupid. I know it's stupid. You know it's stupid. I know it's stupid. Just go and do it.
Thank you, sir. In this trick, you will be sent to the another word, beautiful word. And for this magic trick to work, you need to go behind the sheet.
Do I have to do this?
Please pull the sheet up. Now I'm going to say the magic word. Alakazam, alakazum. And Now you can drop the sheet for big reveal. He's not here. You can take the sheet.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am not happy. I'm not happy at all. I don't know if it's clear what happened there. I think it is. That's Raj.
I'm not Raj, I'm the great bamboozle.
Right, well that's not true, is it?
There's lots of surprises, lots of action in
Get
there.
off the stage. Get off the stage right now. Don't play that sound! And then finally, what I and dying child Sally Button have been waiting for, it's the chimp dancing finale.
Sorry, Graham, sorry. I don't think we should say there's going to be a chimpanzee. It's stuck on another bus.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm only going to say this once, mate. If you don't manage to source a dancing chimpanzee, and it has to be a chimp, not an orangutan, for the end of this show, I am certain that the shock, disappointment, and fear on that little girl's face will cause her to just die, like sometimes children do. And that'll be entirely your blimmin' fault.
Graham, of course I care about Susie Button, who you've been calling Sally Button all evening, but I'm not a producer. I don't know the first thing about booking dancing chimpanzees. I can try my best.
That's it. That is as good as I will get a dancing chimpanzee, Graham. Now you're here, what can we expect next? I assume it'll be the fire-breathing man or something incredibly similar.
No, he's on the bus, but we've got something better.
What's that?
It's a group of teenagers from the Scritchford Dance Club.
Right, that doesn't sound better to me than a fire-breathing man, but I suppose it's the best we've got. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. It's the dance, it's this. Hurry up.
Hey, I've got something to say. Life is pretty spiffing when it goes your way. Beat, beat, beat when I walk down the street. Waves of admiration from the people I meet. They don't have much of a plan, nothing you could understand. So you can work as hard as you can, but I'll be running late because it's great to be a man. It's great to be a man. Look at that, I'm a fabulous chap with a fancy pair of breeches and a gentleman's hat. So fine, it's a fabulous time. You can even use the checkbook if I count as a sign. Don't know, you're the angel I own. Bartered with your father, now I'm taking you home. Thanks once more for all your help in the war. Why is there a blemish on the kitchen floor? I don't have much of a plan, really nothing that a pretty head could understand. So you can scream just as loud as you can, but I'll be doing well because it's swell to be a man. Swell to be a man.
Not bad at all. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Really, really rather good that. I'll tell you what though, you little ankle biters, it is a weekday. Shouldn't you not be in school?
Oh, get Ben.
I will not get Ben. I will not get Ben. Get out of here. I won't get Ben. I won't get Ben for anyone. Bastards. Drum roll, please. What? What? That carries on. Look at that. It's still going, but $5 grand. There's at least $5 grand. Girls, this is incredible.
Actually, we haven't made that amount yet. That 5's supposed to be a 2. I think he's made a mistake.
What do you mean he's made a mistake? Who's he's made a mistake? Who's moving that machine? What? It's you! It's you! This is... I am so angry. I thought that this still moving. I thought that this was a brilliant, state-of-the-art machine. But it isn't. It's just Young sitting behind this, moving those boxes. You should be ashamed of yourself, Young. Good news though, we've now raised £2,000 for little Sally Button, so we're a tenth of the way to our target. Absolutely fantastic. So now we're heading towards the end of the second act. Stop talking. The end of the second act. I'm pretty sure James, the acrobat from earlier, will dive into that bucket of water now.
No, I won't fudging dive into that bucket of water.
A swear word there. Apologies for that. Hopefully they'll sort that out.
No, fudge that. I just went to get my money, and he told me that you said I shouldn't get any money. Where's my money, Graham?
Well, what's happened there is that he's lying.
He's not lying. That guy is the only one who gives a crap what is going to happen to that girl. You, Graham, are a drip.
How dare you? I'm trying to save a kid's life here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just learned backstage that half of the 20 grand being raised here tonight is going directly to Graham Bannon as a performance fee.
Oh.
What do you think of that, people at home? It's a fudging disgrace. I think, ladies and gentlemen, right now, live on stage, Graham should agree to donate his entire fee to Susie Button's family. How about it, Graham? How much you actually care about Susie's life?
Ah, that's a difficult one. Now, of course, I care about the life of the child, but I'm also pretty sure that the viewers at home want the talent to get paid fairly for their work.
Actually, I have someone on the phone right now that says they don't want you to make any money from this.
Yes, me too. I'm hearing Graham's a dork, Graham's selfish, Graham's cruising for a bruising. Yes, basically all my callers are saying Graham's a twat.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, I have decided, off my own back, to half my fee. 5,000 for the dying child and 5,000 for Graham Bannon.
nope, that's baloney. Graham, if you care and don't want people at home to think you're spineless, you'll give it all to Susie.
You know, Acrobat James, there comes a time in a man's life when he has to decide what sort of a man he wants to be.
Are you going to donate the money?
Yeah, I was just doing a speech about that, yes.
Well done. So that should bring the tally up by 10,000. Plus, I'm happy to donate the fee they offered me of 150.
You offered 150 for falling on your arse.
So I make that to be 12,155. Young, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, great. Well done, Young. OK, well, thanks so much for that helpful contribution there, James. I assume you'll now be getting into some lycra and diving into that bucket.
No, I'm done. I'm going home. Thank you.
No, you're not. Get in the bucket. Get in the bucket. Someone grab him and put him in this bucket. We need someone to go in this bucket for the end of the act.
Yes, yeah. Found somebody.
This is a nightmare. Oh, here he is. Right, great. OK, so now, ladies viewing pleasure, this knucklehead will now dive off of this ladder into this bucket of water. Come on. Off you go. That's good. Great. Now, in the bucket.
Graham, that's not tall enough.
There's no water in the bucket. I don't care. He breaks his neck. Come on, get in. Come on. You need to go in there.
Young, just pretend.
Get in that bucket. Come on.
Don't shake the ladder, Graham.
And there we go. He's ruined that, hasn't he? What a shame. Oh, that's the end of Act 2. We'll see you back after the adverts. Fantastic.
Back in 1 minute. What a knobhead. Does anybody know if they're stage?
Yes, my dad's a doctor. Is he gonna die? Oh.
I've had enough. I've been trying to clean up this chicken grease all day with my usual brand of cleaning product, but it just won't come off.
Oh dear, here comes your husband. I hope you've thought of something. Honey, I'm home! That chicken looks delicious, and this chicken looks even nicer. Oh yes, and I forgot to mention, her husband is me, Dick Johnson. Lucky lady. What's with all this grease? This surface is filthy.
I'm sorry, darling. I've tried every cleaning product available, but I just can't solve these stubborn stains.
Well, you haven't looked hard enough. Because there's new Jazz. Jazz is proven by scientists to clean all of a surface, up to 100% cleaned. Look at the way it cuts through this grease. Wowzers! It is also completely harmless to skin, due to it being 99% lead-based.
Thank you, darling. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Christ knows. But now the kitchen's clean, let's not
Will he be
talk
all right?
anymore.
Yeah, but we need to keep that psycho away
You
from
Jack.
him.
Okay,
So simple.
we're back on in 10.
He's still unconscious. Let's take him off.
Okay. And we're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the St Fanny's Hospital's TV fundraiser for dying children. Graham Bannon is still here.
Cut the music. If there's no audience, Graham Bannon doesn't dance. Hello and welcome to the third part of the St Fanny's Hospital's annual... well, it's not annual. They're not going to do another one, are they? TV fundraiser for dying children. And dying national television, it seems. And, you know, speaking of dying, is the child still dying? I'm pretty sure it is. And looking at that, no more money has been raised while the advert's been playing. So it looks like to me you're continuing to do F all at home.
There's 2 reasons for that.
Hello.
1, we don't have anybody in the phones. They're all backstage looking after Young, who you pushed off the ladder.
Pretty sure he fell.
And secondly, we don't have the guy who changes the counter anymore. You pushed him off the ladder.
Tell you what, do I have to do everything? You go back there, grab Young, bring him back in, put him over there, grab the girls, put them on the table. Then they can all do their stuff. Young can sit there twiddling his boxes.
Graham, he's only just woken up and his neck might be broken.
Doesn't have to move his neck. Look, my neck stays perfectly still. Go and get him. I mean, that is unless you don't care about Sally Button. I mean, I assume you'll be donating your fee too.
Yeah, I was the first to do it, Graham, about 20 minutes ago.
Get off and get them. No more long speeches. Bloody Northerners. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, this is still happening, and we are still live, taking your donations if you can be bothered. If you want a girl to live, up to you. Ah, look, the girls are back. What a sight for sore eyes. In fact, talking of sore eyes, went to my opticians the other day, and guess who I bumped into there? Absolutely everybody, because I couldn't see. You got to laugh, haven't you, girls?
You're a pig.
All right, let's have another act. Any more acts? Anyone who's not stuck on a fudging bus or something? Oh, look, the stripper's arrived. Oh, God. Keep him over there. OK, right, we need something else now, don't we? We need an act or something. Girls, any callers we can put through?
Actually, I have someone on the phone right now you might like to speak to.
Absolutely fantastic. Put them through.
And on top of that, he's been rather horrible to that little boy.
She sounds about 100. Hello there, and welcome. Welcome to the show. What's your name, please?
Who's that?
It's Graham Bannon.
You're horrible.
Why has she been put through? Don't put one through to think I'm horrible, obviously.
That might be a bit difficult.
This is so crazy that everything I've done for all these people, they still...
Here.
Why is she still there? Cut her off! We're not putting any more through. We're having another act.
Hello?
Who is that? Stop putting people through!
I'd like to donate a tenner, please.
Aha. We have a serious gentleman on now. Hello, sir. Did you say you'd like to donate a tenner?
Hey, that's right. I'd like to donate a tenner. A tenner to the fund to stop Graham Bannon being on TV.
No, don't play the laugh sound. Wasn't funny. Oh, so you think you can do better, do you?
Hey, that's right.
OK. The stage is yours. Go on. Tell a joke. Tell a wee joke.
All right, I'll do the joke. How many Graham Bannon does it take to screw in the light bulb?
I'm not going to like this.
That depends on the fee.
No! The joke was horrible. The joke was horrible. No! We're not having horrible jokes. We're not doing any more of that. We're not having any more callers. I think they're stupid and also they seem drunk to me. Right, what's next? We need another act. Where's the next act?
We have sorted the monkey problem.
This is brilliant. This is brilliant news, Raj. Bring it on.
He's very shy.
That's fine. That's fine. We're dead fine. Bring it on.
It wants everyone to close the eyes for big reveal.
OK, right. Everyone close your eyes for the big reveal. Don't ruin this, girls. Close your eyes. We are ready.
It's very big.
OK.
You can open your eyes now.
OK.
It's very strong. It's carrying me on its back. And it has banana. It's offering banana to you.
No. No. Fudge! Fudge! No! That is not a real monkey. That is not a real banana, is it? And these are not your legs.
Ouch.
Ouch! Get off the stage, I'll give you ouch! Right, we need something else. It's time for another act. Where's the unicyclist? Get
We
it
don't
on.
have the bloody unicycle act.
Swearing, apologies for that. Hopefully that gets censored by them.
Graham, we've got the unicycle, but we don't have the guy
That's
who
fine.
rides it.
That's fine, we don't need the guy that rides it. I'm the guy that rides it. Bring it on.
Graham,
Bring the
I
damn
don't
thing.
think you should
I
try.
don't care what you think. Bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Ladies and gentlemen, for your pleasure, I will now be performing for you the unicycle act. Can I have a volunteer? No one's here. Yes, they are here. Hello, Young. Right, okay, this is good. You'll like this, you'll like this. Right. Now, what I'm going to do now is grab the unicycle and jump over this arsehole. Yep, very good. Right, okay. Start the music. Drum roll, please. It's going to be good, Young. Protect your face, baby. Okay, and here we go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my arm. Oh, God. Okay, that's not it. Okay, well, that's the act, I think. Ow, I don't think I can do that again. That's the act. I suppose that's what happens if you pay peanuts. You get monkeys. Well, don't you know what? You don't always get monkeys, do you? Sometimes you just get someone wearing half a monkey costume where it looks like their legs are the monkey's legs, which apparently is just as good. So great, okay, so we need another act, don't we? We need somebody else on here doing something. Do we have the strong man? That's what it says on the autocue, the strong man. Oh, look! Sorry, I don't want to be in the way of this. It's Raj, isn't it, again? And he's doing that. Is that good? Is that entertaining? Is that what you want? Raj doing that, laughing. Is this going to save a child's life? And speaking of saving a child's life, are we doing that? Has any more money been raised? How much more money's been raised?
It's actually gone down a bit. People are asking for the money back, and I think you're scaring them.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Come on, do what you're getting paid to. Update the score. Come on, put it down. Great. So the money pops down, and still less money. So even more to raise for the girl in the next 5 minutes. Brilliant. Right, what we need is to do a get-rich-quick scheme. Who's got some ideas? Ah, I've got an idea. Just had it. Looking at these ladies. Lovely. I know what. Let's set up a little kissing booth. Nice little table, nice little cloth, little bit of lipstick. Sounds good to me. £10 a pop, right? I'm sure these lads would like it. They've been ogling them all evening, the perverts. That sounds good to me. Right. So, how much for a kiss, ladies?
No, Graham, you're bleeding.
Does it? Ah, don't be such a tease. Go on, Linda. Pucker up, darling. Thank you, Linda. I needed that. Okay, well, that has gone wrong. That has gone awry. I'm sorry if that's my fault in any way. I don't know if it is. I think I know whose fault that might be. But there we go. What a shame. What a shame. I'll level with you. It's looking unlikely we're going to make the money. Haven't got long left. It looks like that might be the end for little Sally.
It is actually Susie.
Whatever. She'll be dead soon. And so will my career. So 2 deaths in the same evening. And if you ask me, it'd be hard to weigh them. They're both equally sad deaths. Oh, well, that's the end of that. I suppose that's the end of the show then. Thank you very much.
Graham, great news. The monkey's turned up.
Yeah, it's not the monkey, is it? It's just Raj or something pissing around.
No, it is a real monkey.
Look, I haven't got time for this. It's obviously it's not a real monkey. Don't get my hopes up. It's not going to... Oh, my God! Wow. Oh, my God!
That is a real monkey.
Yes! There it is! Get away from it. There it is. Ah, it's a real monkey. Now we can do the dance and save the show. Save my career. The girl. Come on. Just do the dance. Don't scratch your head, do the dance. Come on, do the dance. Come on, do the dance. Don't snort at me. Do the dance there. Do I have to spell everything out so you put your arm in? Oh, crap. No, he's punching me. Somebody shoot it. Somebody shoot it. Ow! Kill it. Enough! I've had enough. I'm the producer. I'm in charge. I want everyone to stop and listen to me. We've forgotten what's important here. A little girl's life's on the line. We're all acting like children. Listen up. Do as you're told. Linda, Deborah, Barbara and Raj, get on the phones. We've still got enough time to get some donations, but we need all hands on deck. Young, I know you don't understand what I'm saying, but we will get you to a hospital as soon as the show is finished. Just hang in a little bit longer, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
And you, Mr. Bannon, people used to look up to you as the face of national television. Look at you now, eh? You're full of crap. You better pull yourself together, son, because chimps don't dance for bastards. We're all here working together as a team to try and save somebody's life. Apologise to him and ask him nicely to finish the show. Chimpanzee, please, will you do your little dance to save the life of young Susie? There we go. That wasn't so hard, was it? Now, a little girl's life is on the line, and I've got just the job for you. Please donate to this worthwhile cause. We really can do some good here. It's like my old mam used to say, you can keep your money in your pocket, but people will call you a stingy cunt. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Peter Clement, television producer, here to tell you that if we work together as a team, anything's possible. And that is a Peter Clement promise. Thank you and good night. Take it away. Okay, that's the end. Absolutely fantastic. That's the end, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Good night. Right, down the pub. Pints on, Peter, eh? How about that? We did it. We did it. Turns out, if you work as a team, you can do anything. Oh, well, there's always next year.